Buenos dias, amigos! From Bolivia's biggest city, with Jesus behind us. Welcome to Santa Cruz de la Sierra, in the Amazon basin. Now, this city, despite being Bolivia's biggest and richest and biggest commercial hub, you don't hear a lot about this city. As a foreigner, you don't even know about the Amazonian part of Bolivia. When you think of Bolivia, you think of La Paz, you think of the Andean highlands, the Andean mountains. It's pretty hot here and it's pretty different. The climate is subtropical and the people are also very different. Pretty Amazonian here. Looks a lot like Brazil, and we're actually pretty close to Brazil now. So, without further ado, let's head to the center of this very interesting and mysterious place here in Bolivia. Vamos! Right guys, we're in the Uber right now. We've been to the Amazon before, but this is probably the most modern city we've been to in the Amazon together. And it's in Bolivia of all places. Looks a lot more modern than Iquitos or Tarapoto. And there's cars around here. Ahorita hay una crisis de petróleo acá, ¿verdad? En Bolivia.
Sí, en realidad es combustible, ¿no? Porque petróleo no tenemos.
Es por la política.
Sí, no hay dólares para comprar directamente.
Es un poquito como en Venezuela.
Sí, un poquito mucho ya. Ya estamos muy cerca de eso.
Ustedes sin el resto del país, sin ese gobierno, serían un país muy rico.
Tranquilamente, ¿no? Tranquilamente.
Right guys, we've made it to the center of Santa Cruz. Check it out. Looks a bit similar to Sucre here, the buildings, white buildings. But here we can see the Museo de la Independencia. Pretty significant. As this Uber driver has told us before, he said many interesting things there. A lot of the things that I want to talk about is that this region here of the Cruceños, Santa Cruz, the people of Santa Cruz, it's pretty much, you know, has always been different to the rest of Bolivia. The most known side of Bolivia, the Andean side of Bolivia. This is the Amazon. The people look different, they eat different, they speak different, the girls are nicer, and there's some rivalry that exists between the people of the Andes of Bolivia, of La Paz, Sucre, Cochabamba, and here, Santa Cruz. And here we can see a very significant place. Here, this is like a movement for the freedom, the independence of this region, basically. They want to separate from the country of Bolivia, which is very complicated, obviously. But here we can see many people, police officers, doctors, many people that have been abducted by the government, that are missing or are dead, arrested for no reason, or even worse, by the government, by the socialist Venezuela Maduro friendly government of Bolivia. And here we've got a man as well from this region. You can see by the faces, they don't look like your usual. The people here look different. They look more like Amazonian people. They look like the people in Brazil and Paraguay a lot. Reminds me also a lot of Paraguay and Brazil. Look at all the faces of the people that are missing, arrested or killed, disappeared. Something which you don't really read about a lot or hear a lot about outside of Bolivia. Even in South America, many friends of mine from Peru, Colombia, told me that they didn't even know about the Amazonian part of Bolivia. Even though this city is the biggest in the country, produces 35% of the country's GDP and receives 40% of all foreign investment into the country. It's pretty amazing. Socialist government crackdown on protests here right next to the Jesus statue where we started the video. So yeah, the people here of Santa Cruz Many of them, I'm not going to say all of them obviously, because I don't know the entire city, but many people here in the region would like to be an independent country. They would like to separate from the rest of Bolivia and be independent. And you can tell by the flags. You only see this flag here, this green and white flag in Santa Cruz. It's the flag of the city and of the region of Santa Cruz. They want to be an independent nation. You can only see some Bolivian flags here, like this one. You can see the small Bolivian flag waving there, and then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Santa Cruz flags. Hola! Viva Santa Cruz!
Santa Cruz libre.
You've heard the man. And currently, at time of recording this video, the city here and the country of Bolivia in general, due to its communist, or I should say socialist government, friends with Maduro of Venezuela, is having a petrol crisis, a gas crisis. Yesterday, cars were lining up all over the city at gas stations just to get the last drips of gas available. It's a tough situation here in Bolivia. This part here of Bolivia has also been independent a bit later, has also become independent a bit later than the rest of Bolivia, because the Spanish really wanted to hold on to this region because it is richer in natural resources. It is also a lot more industrial part of Bolivia than the rest of the country. Hola, buenas. Bien, bien.
¿Hace cuánto está acá?
Hace 2 días que estoy acá. No sé, porque fuera de Bolivia nadie conocí Santa Cruz. Se hablan solo de La Paz, Cochabamba, Uyuni. Y yo fui a Sucre y no era mucho diferente de Cusco o de, no sé. Es como, acá es muy especial, acá me gusta más.
Entonces se siente la diferencia de ambiente.
Ustedes recomienden a la gente de venir a Santa Cruz, todos.
Sí,
You know.
sí deberían venir.
You've heard the girls, come to Santa Cruz, not to La Paz.
Sí, no con La Paz, no con La Paz. Querían hacer Santa Cruz como otro país,
Ajá.
porque es el departamento más grande que hay. Genera más ingresos. Ajá, es el que genera más ingresos
Sí.
económicos.
Pero ustedes serían mucho más ricos sin los problemas de la sierra. Como Luxemburgo, sí. Tal vez como serían el Luxemburgo de Sudamérica.
Sí. ¿Estás soltero?
Sí, soy soltero.
¿Qué pasa?
Viajero soltero.
¿Quiere conocer a una cruceña?
Sí, claro, obvio.
Sí.
Vamos a estar rey y reina de Santa Cruz.
Sí, como que la parte del centro es un poquito peligrosa. Sí, tiene que tener cuidado.
Acá.
Sí. Más o menos como a 3 cuadras hay un mercado y ahí es peligroso.
Okay. Acá,
Ajá,
3 cuadras.
de acá usted se da 3 cuadras y...
So, even, I'm not going to film them, I don't want to get into trouble, but even the army officers have got the green, white, green flag on their arms, on their uniform. Not the Bolivian flag, but the Santa Cruz flag. It's pretty interesting. This could be such a rich nation if this was an independent country. Oh, and this place looks good, man. Just locals in here. Hola. She wasn't too happy to be on camera. But let's go inside here. The Uber driver told me it was good here. So right guys, in this nice looking place here, look around. Full of locals having lunch. You get a lunch meal here, which includes a salad, a soup, a main meal, and even a dessert and a drink for $4. 27 bolivianos, which is like $4, a bit under €4. Crazy, man. You just got to love Latin America. You just gotta love it. And you even got some bread. Wow. So far, I really like Santa Cruz. I gotta be honest with you guys, Sucre was like okay for 2 days, but one more day and I would have probably not liked it. I didn't like it so much there. Salad, soup, juice. Man, and that's just the first part of our meal. Oh, it has meat inside the soup. That's nice. So yeah, provecho. And the main dish has arrived. Chicken with something else, I don't know what that is. Rice and some red vegetables, onions as well. And here's the dessert, some pudding or something. I'm not a dessert guy, but it's included, so what shall we do? This looks very interesting. That is actually fried plantain, fried banana. Nice. Provecho, guys. Y viva Santa Cruz! Destroy the chicken, really good, really tasty. And now let's go for the dessert. I'm not a dessert person, but when are we gonna have a Bolivian dessert again? So yeah, let's give it a try. That's with some kind of fruit. It's not so much my thing, but it's okay. Libertad para los presos políticos. Freedom to the political prisoners. "200 years ago, on the 14th of February 1825, the independence of Santa Cruz was proclaimed from Spain. Then later on, when the Spanish were defeated, it became a part of nowadays modern Bolivia, got annexed basically into Bolivia. But it's still an autonomous region, as you can tell by the flags. No Bolivian flags around here, just these green and white flags. There's a small Bolivian flag there in the corner of the Casa de Gobierno. This is the government building, the local government of Santa Cruz, the autonomous local government. It's a bit reminiscent of all of these autonomous regions in Spain, like Catalonia or the Basque country, which don't really want to be Spanish but are part of Spain, part of the kingdom. The city is also, hola, viva Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz libre o no? ¿Se sienten más cruceños o bolivianos? Bolivianos. Él dice cruceño. Okay, we've got three people here from Santa Cruz ustedes. Two are saying we are Bolivians, one is saying cruceño. Cruceño, no boliviano. Okay, cruceño, Santa Cruz libre y ustedes Bolivia.
Bolivia, Tarija.
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 Ah, ok.
Departamento de Bolivia.
Ah, sí, ok. Y tú estás de Santa Cruz. Entonces tú estás más cruceño que boliviano. Es muy diferente acá del resto de Bolivia. Santa Cruz libre. Santa Cruz libre. But I also got the impression that not everyone wants to talk about this subject here on camera. What a place. Not the Bolivia you expected. Surely not the Bolivia you expected. And right here we can see the best bank in Bolivia. If you need an ATM in Bolivia, use Banco Unión. They don't charge any commission. I've only used them here in my short time in Bolivia. So we're now approaching a market area here in the center, and it's looking a bit rougher now. This looks more like the traditional rough central part of Latin American cities. Man, and it's hot. It's flipping hot. I can tell you this. I'm actually wishing for some rain to come down now. Right guys, we've reached the market of the Santa. It doesn't look very big, to be fair. And there's an interesting looking building right in the distance. But yeah, let's check this market out. Hola, buenas. Let's check this market out. Oh, as always, you can eat here. Oh, should have come here for lunch. Look at it. Tasty. Not the biggest market I've seen. It's just food basically. Wow. It's just food. What a place. And here again we can see the flag. Well, everywhere we can see the flag of Santa Cruz. No Bolivian flag inside. Just the flag of Santa Cruz. This is obviously like the bit poorer parts of Santa Cruz. So many migrants around here from other parts of Bolivia. Hola, buenas. ¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Cansado, cansado. ¿Ustedes están de dónde?
Yo,
Cruceña.
¿por qué me va a mentir? Chuquisaqueña.
Chuquisaqueña. Ok, de la sierra.
Desde 15 años me vine acá.
¿Todo bien? Todo full. Todo full. That's what they like to say here in Bolivia, I forgot to tell you guys. Todo full. We've seen the historic part of Santa Cruz, we've seen the market, and now let's go and see the other side of the city. Let's check out the north side of the city. The city is also called the Miami of Bolivia, and I'm now going to show you guys why. So let's call up an Uber and head to the other part of the city, the fancy side of Santa Cruz and the fanciest of Bolivia. Vamos. Nos vemos.
Hasta luego, que le vaya bien.
Gracias. Right guys, another Uber ride later and we've made it to the other part of the city. Check it out. Behind these trees we can see buildings such as this. The skyline of Santa Cruz. And right ahead of us is this. A massive mall called Ventura Mall. A mall as you can see in basically every major Latin American city. But it's not just any mall, it's the biggest mall in all of Bolivia. Check it out. It's massive. Ventura Mall. Interestingly, Santa Cruz is, keeping Bolivia alive economically and also literally, because all of its products, all of the food comes from here. All of the food that is grown and consumed all over Bolivia is grown here. And obviously economically it is keeping Bolivia alive. I mean, these buildings speak for themselves. Every kind of foreign investments that comes into this country comes into this city. When you think of Bolivia, you probably think of La Paz, the indigenous mountain Bolivians, llamas, coca leaves, indigenous markets, what do I know? The Uyuni salt flats, Cochabamba, or whatever they're called, these places. Sucre, where I've been to before, but you never think of places such as this. If you take Venezuela away, this is actually the poorest country of South America. The city alone produces like 35% every year of Bolivia's GDP, which is crazy. And yet, not many foreigners come and visit, except for day trips, you know? Except for day trips. Most foreigners that come here come on business trips. ¿Todo bien?
Todo bien.
Santa Cruz, cruceños.
Exactamente.
¿Se sientan más cruceños o más bolivianos? Si puedo preguntar. Bolivianos. Cruceño, Siempre es mezcla acá. Como tú dices como cruceño Santa Cruz.
Fuerza Santa Cruz.
Independiente.
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 Exactamente.
Ahorita.
Originario de La Paz.
Ah, sí.
Cruceños.
Ah, cruceños, ok. Sí, se parecen, diferentes.
Sí.
País diferente.
Exactamente.
Bueno chicos, que tienen buen día. Viva Santa Cruz.
Viva Santa Cruz.
Y viva Bolivia también. But you can see the people here, lovely. That's everywhere in Latin America. Hugo Boss. That's everywhere, in every fancy mall. A cinema, as in every fancy mall in Latin America. Man, these Latin American malls look the same in every country. There we've got an acai place. Acai is very good here. I've had one yesterday. It's very close to Brazil, where we are here. It actually reminds me a lot of Brazil. I think I've said this already in this video. The streets look kind of similar. You got acai here. We're like 2 hours, a 2-hour drive away from the Brazilian border. We're reaching the sky zone now of Bolivia's biggest mall. Check it out. Behind me is Bolivia's biggest mall. Viva Cruceños! And people are super camera friendly here. You can tell when someone is from Santa Cruz, when it's from Bolivia. Check it out. Hola. A little bowling area here, check it out. Wonderful place, hola. What a place. A gaming area, a bowling area. Man. Look at this place, guys. Look at it. Man. Every Bolivian kid's dream. Or every Santa Cruz kid's dream, I should say. Sure, we end this video in the most cosmopolitan way possible. Well, that. Now this really is cosmopolitan. And we're heading up. Heading up, guys. Wow. Check it out, guys. Wow. It's fair to say that I didn't have a lot of time here in Bolivia. Only seen Sucre, the capital, and Santa Cruz de la Sierra, the biggest city. And when I look at the state of this city, the buildings here, I can understand why many cruceños, people from Santa Cruz, want to be independent from the rest of Bolivia. So, I guess that's it from Bolivia. You should definitely check out the other side of Bolivia, the Amazonian, more unknown side of Bolivia. Feels like a completely different country here to what you expect from Bolivia in general. So yeah, nothing more to say. See you guys in the next video from wherever it may be in South America. Maybe back in Colombia. Viva Santa Cruz, viva Cruceños y viva Bolivia. Hasta luego, amigos.